Hey boys and girls, happy Friday. Earlier this week we watched a short little video on scarcity. So we're going to watch it again just to kind of refresh our memories and help us remember what scarcity is. So I want you to come down here and click on this link to watch that short video again, and then we will move on to the next slide for this day's activities. I've gone ahead and listed some vocabulary words over here or terms. We have limited resources, unlimited wants, and then scarcity. And then I've gone ahead and put the definitions up here for you too, so that you can kind of match the words to the definition. Our first one, like I said, was limited resources. And this is just saying that people only have so much money, so many people to help them, equipment, or even just time to be used. There's not an endless supply of things that are needed, like money, to get what you want. So once things are out, they're out. That's limited. Next, we move down to unlimited wants, and this is that we have an endless amount of things that we want. This can include things like toys, food, friends, clothes, shoes, things that you want to have done, like getting your trash taken out. I know I have to put my trash outside the door. I might want to go and get my hair cut. Maybe there's not an appointment available. Or maybe I want to go get my nails done. These are all different things that I want. And then we move down to scarcity, which is kind of what we've been talking about this week. And this is basically when all of the things that we want are greater than the resources that we have. So we may want all of the toys, all of the clothes, all of the time, but we just don't have the resources to make that happen all the time. So with that being said, we're going to move on to our next slide for the next activity. So for this activity, I'm going to read each of these sentences to you, 1 through 5, and I want you to circle, so make sure you have a marker or a pencil or a crayon to circle what you think is the limited resource. Remember, limited means there's just not enough. So you're going to circle what you think is the limited resource within each statement. The first one, number 1 right here, says, Amara and Scott both want a piece of cake. So they both want one piece of cake. But guess what? There's only one piece left. What is the limited resource here? Is it the ice cream or is it a cake? I'll give you a second to make your choice, and then I'm going to move on to number 2. Okay, in number 2, Jason has $10. He wants to buy a new baseball hat or a new t-shirt, but he does not have enough money for the both of them. What is the limited resource? Is it that he doesn't have enough money or that he doesn't have enough baseball hats? Take another second to circle your answer, and I'm moving on to number 3. Addison made a bracelet. How many did she make? She only made one bracelet. She wants to give it to her mom, but she also wants to give it to her best friend. What is the limited resource here? Does she not have enough friends, or does she not have enough bracelets? Take a second to answer that. And I'll move on to number 4. Number 4 says, Liz wants to play basketball and soccer, but both teams practice on the same day. What is the limited resource? Is there not enough time, or is there not enough basketballs? Take a second to answer that, and we'll move on to number 5. So, if you were Liz, what would you choose? Would you choose basketballs or soccer balls? Make your final decision, and we'll move on to the answer key. Okay, so here are the correct answers. For number 1, you should have circled cake. The reason that there wasn't enough cake is because there was only one piece and 2 people wanted it. In number 2, the answer was money. He had $10, but not enough for both. In number 3, the bracelet was the limited resource, Addison wanted to give it to 2 people, but she only had 1. And then in number 4, Liz wanted to play both basketball and soccer, but she didn't have enough time to do both of them, so she would have to choose. But the limited resource was time. And lastly, in number 5, if you were Liz, what would you choose? Basketball or soccer? And this is a trick question because both of the answers are correct. It's just what you would love to do. I would like to say thank you for your participation this week, and we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.